My mother had an operation. I had to go to New South Wales to take her there. After I was there for about 2 weeks, my father, who was in a nursing home suffering dementia, had a big turn. And the advice was that he wasn't going to live very long. I spent the next 2 and a bit weeks, and he passed away after 2 weeks. So again, I stayed on beyond that for the funeral, organised that. I kind of, after the funeral, a week after the funeral, looked it up, and we then had to apply for a special permit because I knew at that stage that the border had been shut. There was no direct numbers. Every call I got from them, it was always no call number. There was no emails. There was a generic email address, but nobody would respond to that. My question to them was, am I going to be travelling? And if I am, what's the date? Because I only have 48 hours for the COVID test. They couldn't tell me that. I ended up having COVID tests done every 2 days. I mean, I got to be a regular at the COVID testing centre in Oberon, which is where I was. I mean, my wife and my daughter didn't go to my dad's funeral. My daughter loved her grandfather. She never got to come to that funeral. She was going through lockdown in Melbourne on her own. My wife's here. We have a large property. One person can't manage this property. She went through that stress, that aggravation. That was written in my submission. You know, it's kind of like, it's not like we're sitting in a house that takes care of itself. It's a full-on farm that we need to manage here. That is pretty upsetting. And then when you explain your situation and your personal circumstances, and it means nothing, well, you can understand the frustration.